Imagine you wake up one morning and spontaneously book a weekend getaway with your family in a town far away from the city. You book a gorgeous Airbnb home with an outdoor pool, acres of greenery to connect with nature, and a fully stocked house. You get there, you unpack, you're having a great time, and then something happens. You lose all internet connectivity. There's no electricity, no access to the news, and the owners of the Airbnb want their home back in the middle of the night. Hey everyone, welcome back to Popcorn Pixels Talk Time with me, Nidhi Sahani. Spoilers ahead. Leave the World Behind is an apocalyptic psychological thriller starring Julia Roberts, Mahershala Ali, Ethan Hawke, Myha'la Herrold, and Kevin Bacon, based on the 2020 novel by Rumaan Alam. The film is a slow burn that gradually builds tension and suspense, showing the chaotic and mysterious occurrences such as the herd of deer, flamingos, and even friends. But did you think about what all these elements symbolize? Let's find out. The first element, color blue. You must have noticed the striking blue walls in Amanda and Clay's bedroom in the opening scene. It's jarringly bright. But did you also notice the use of the color blue throughout the film? Their car, their clothes, the beach umbrellas, the tablet, the light from the TV, and the pool. The color blue is often associated with the feeling of calmness, serenity, peace, sensibility, and evoke a sense of tranquility. Fun fact, this is why a lot of company logos and branding is colored blue. It's considered dependable, and the use of the color in the film symbolized exactly that. Most of Julia Roberts, or Amanda's clothes, are shades of blue, signifying her pragmatic nature and approach to the situation. Similar can be observed in sequences where Ali, or George, is seen wearing blue. He is calm, collected, trying to sensibly solve the mystery, until it slowly shifted and we started seeing shades of red. And as we all know, red is often seen as a sign of danger, caution, or the unknown. Moving on to another element, the deer. In some cultures, deer are often seen as messengers from the spirit realm, guiding individuals. Perhaps that's why they kept showing up at the house and even surrounded Ruth and Amanda in the forest to guide them to safety. This leads to some other characteristics of the deer for being vigilant, resilient, adaptable, and aware of their surroundings to navigate through changes quickly, traits that humans often struggle with in the face of adversity. That is why they panicked and screamed at the herd instead of connecting to the nature's message to protect them. In certain other cultures, deer is often linked to fertility and the cycle of life. The shedding of their antlers each year symbolizes renewal, regeneration, and the cyclical nature of life. Perhaps their recurrence in the film was another sign that the world, as we know it, was collapsing, and the reset and birth of another was in the making. Another symbol, flamingos. Flamingos are usually known for their aesthetic appeal, with their vibrant pink and coral colored feathers. They're typically associated as tourist attractions. Like all animals, flamingos too are adaptable to various environmental changes and thrive in diverse situations, hence symbolizing the changes in the world and the need to travel in flocks to survive, representing the importance of community, cooperation, and social connection. Moments before they arrive, we see Clay and Ruth break the ice. They try to get to know each other outside of their current situation and build a connection. Simultaneously, we witness George and Amanda share a bond by being honest, sharing a drink, being vulnerable, and dancing. At this moment, all the preconceived notions they had of one another shed away, and they learn to act together as a unit to survive. In some mystical traditions, flamingos are also seen as symbols of psychic awareness and mystery, perfectly contributing to the mood of the film. Next up, Friends. As someone who grew up on Friends and loves the show, this was a refreshing and sweet inclusion in the film. However, what was most interesting is how a Gen Z of 13 years old adored the show just as much and found comfort in the characters. The emotional impact of Friends is well known around the world. Its central theme of friendship and the strong bond amongst the main characters, supporting each other and surviving through thick and thin, has universal appeal and resonates with people. This is perhaps what the show symbolizes in the grand scheme of things in Leave the World Behind. However, for Rose, it symbolizes escapism from the uncertain and unstable world to a perfect world that doesn't really exist. There is another aspect of dependence on technology, but more on that later, the culture of binge watching and the addiction to instant gratification. Rose's departure from the home portrays her lack of concern for the well-being of her family or herself. She's fixated on escaping from reality and finding all means to watch her beloved show. When she finally gets her hands on the DVDs, instead of continuing from where she left off, she chooses to fast forward to the last episode to see the end. Her behavior is a classic example of seeking immediate rewards or pleasure to avoid discomfort without considering the potential of long-term consequences of leaving her family behind. for a TV show. This leads me to the last but not the least element, technology. Rose's yearning to know how friends end and not being able to access the internet to stream the show highlights our dependency on technology and our addiction towards it, and this is emphasized throughout the film. The family is shown driving off from the city to their getaway, each using a piece of technology, with Amanda being on the phone, Clay turning on the radio, Archie using his headphones, and Rose watching Friends on her tablet. This is completely flipped when they are instantly disconnected from the world and any form of news or entertainment. Another example highlighting the risk of the addiction is when the roadways are blocked by a row of crashed Tesla cars, self-driving electric vehicles that have no control without human intervention. While self-driving cars are an exciting technological design for improving or aiding human lives, complete reliance on it can be dangerous. Leave the World Behind is not your usual apocalyptic thriller where the doom is revealed and it simply captures the character's survival. It's a terrifying psychological experience that can potentially be real. Let me know if you picked up on anything else.